Ellicottville going against Maple Grove, Fillmore and Red Jacket. Portville goes against JFK. And we also have Geneva versus Bishop Kearney and Wilson versus Traditional. And we'll have that and much, much more to come for you here in just a moment. You stay with us on High School Highlights right here on the Empire Sports Network.
High School Highlights is brought to you by Media Play. Music, books, movies, more choice, less price, guaranteed. And by Dick's Clothing and Sporting Goods, where they got that low price thing working on the best stuff in the game.
Our crews have been busy out gathering the video and the interview, so let's, shall we, right now, get to the highlight games for you. First of all, at the Niagara Falls Convention and Civic Center tonight, Section 6 action. This is in Class D. Ellicottville goes against Maple Grove. Maple Grove's Nick Urbanek, his pass was stolen. Carl Northup, boy, did he get hammered going down after the steal. Yes, that indeed was a foul. Brett Oquist to Urbanek. And Urbanek with the three-point shot. Now watch this inbounds play. You talk about wide open. That goes into Kurt Cummings, and he lays it in easily. Ellicottville now. David Quinn to Matt Lenzler, and that's Lucas Widger with the slam. Yeah, he is slightly excited about that. You think that's exciting for him. Watch this dribble drive and the score. Yeah, a little dance as well. High five with the coach, too. Here now, Widger with the slam on that celebration. Mark Alvarez hitting the three. And Brett Oquist hits the three here for Maple Grove. Taking a look at the crowd and celebrating that one. Maple Grove with the win, 67-62. Mark Alvarez, Don Merriman, each with 23 points. Matt Lenzler had 24 for Ellicottville, the Class D championship now for the Dragons. And following the game, Jeff Morrison had the chance to speak with the victorious coach, Wally Carlson.
Coach, first off, congratulations. Perfect game plan tonight. Keep it close. Last 2 minutes, knock down everything. That's simple.
Well, it's pretty simple when everything works. The man-to-man defense really bothered them. The scouting report said not to play man-to-man. We didn't have much choice, but when we did, it turned out real well for us.
Why did the scouting report say no man-to-man?
Well, I shouldn't say that. When we watched them play against zone twice, they didn't look very good. Most of their offense comes off the press and off the pushing the ball up the floor. It seemed like when teams were able to get back, maybe even getting a 2-3, they didn't look very good. But unfortunately, you get behind, you got to go with the man-to-man, and kids play it pretty good, and turned out real well for us.
Coach, congratulations. Good luck next week in Rochester.
Okay, this will be our second year, and we hope to do better this year. I think we will. It's a different group of kids.
Pete, that'll do it from the Falls. Now let's go back to you in the studios in Buffalo.
All right, and we move now to action. Also Niagara Falls, Section C2, Class C2 rather, in Section 6. JFK goes against Portville tonight. Portville's Jeremy Hammond here will put up two from the left wing. That is a two-pointer there. A lot of Portville action here in the early going. Charlie Ambriselli gives off to Hammond, and Hammond will hit the three from way outside on the right. Hammond here pulling up for two just left of the lane. And now we'll see JFK work the ball low. This is Tim Bush, all 6'6" of them underneath for the easy two. Tony Sanita now will hit this three-pointer. That puts up JFK 22-21. Portville's Chad Witherell here puts up the three from just right of the key area. And JFK's Scott Klosko driving the right baseline here, finding after the hesitation will be a little bit more room for the left-handed lay-in. And the final in that game, JFK beats Portville 43-37. Jason Wheeler had 16, Jeremy Hammond 21. The Bears in the crossover will play the Class C1 winner. Other scores tonight as we run down the board for you. We go to the Fillmore Red Jacket game as this is in Rochester, Section 5, Class Triple D. That was Josh Forkey to Sean Redmond for the turnaround. Mark Sweeney here to Bob Duvall. Thought he was back at the three-point stripe, but no. Red Jackets, this is Christian Romiser. He hits the three from outside right. Red Jacket here with the inbounds play. They move the ball around, and who is that screened man back there? We don't know his name, but he did leave that three, didn't he? Fillmore will work the ball. Forkey goes inside to Vic Friel. Friel with the score from the right base. Red Jackets' Jesse Engelhart to Jeff Wallace, and Wallace puts in the two. For Fillmore, Mark Sweeney to Josh Forkey underneath. He just scoops it back up and down, and Fillmore wins it, number 2 seed, 63-50. Sean Redmond had 21. He was named MVP of the game, and following the game tonight, we had the chance to talk with both the MVP, Redmond, and his coach, Ron Sweeney.
Oh, it feels real good. We got the first one for Coach. I know he's been around a long time, and it was a real good feeling to get one for him.
Well, it's been 30 years, and I just told my assistant, I still can't believe it's happened. You go through so many adversities through the years, and you always get stopped somewhere in the semis, and 2 years ago in the finals, and sometimes you just don't think it can happen. And seeing this Red Jacket team play the other night, I just didn't think we could stay with them with their speed. But we were able to control the speed, and consequently, we were able to win the ball game.
All right, there are the happy winners celebrating that. We remain in Rochester for these highlights. This from the B game. Geneva goes against Bishop Kearney. The Bishop Kearney in the whites as you move down the court with them at the Rochester War Memorial. Adam Randall hitting this shot from outside right. Now this is one outstanding connection. Kevin Good to Patrick Good, and yes, that's good from outside right. Geneva's John Russo driving down from the center court divider for those 2 points for Geneva. Patrick Good here with the miss. Vernon Banks gets 2 tries at the tip, and he's able to get the second one to go down for him. Geneva's Sean Rowe is at the line. This miss to Patrick Good for the rebound. Down the right side of the court, Kevin Good for the lay-in. Geneva then runs the ball around the court, works it inside to that right block for 2. Kevin Good breaking down court. Bishop Kearney with the scoop and the score. And Geneva's John Russo. Talk about throwing up the ball and just hoping it will go down, praying it will go down. Look at that backhanded flip, and yes, it does go down. That game, Bishop Kearney with the victory, 82-57. John Russo with 22. Adam Randall had 22 as well. Second straight title there in Class B finals in Section 5 for Bishop Kearney. And we also have a traditional, non-completed game yet with a 60-33 lead over Wilson. We will have highlights of that game coming up for you later in tonight's program. Let's look elsewhere now on the scoreboard. Girls action tonight in Section 5. Pittsford Sutherland 63-51 leaders over Wilson. Still about 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter of that game in BB. Class C1, it was West Hill pounding Hannibal 69-48. Also Section 3 and C2, West Canada 56, Pulaski 46. Section 5 Class D girls, it's Prattsburg 45, Belmont 34, the third straight title for Prattsburg. So we take a look at some of those scores for you. We'll also be updating those that we did not have the finals for you as well. But coming up in just a moment, we'll be taking a look at the World of Hockey high school style. That's right, Super Sunday is coming up at the Odd, not just the Sabres and Montreal Canadiens.